traveling with Westphalia Jagdreisen. This time our journey takes us via Dubai to Sydney, until we finally touch down in Queenstown, New Zealand, on the other side of the world. A few hours pass, of course, but with exciting hunting stories and a cozy get-together, the time literally flies by. New Zealand is a geographically isolated island state in the southern Pacific. It consists of the North Island and the South Island, as well as numerous smaller islands. With an area of 268,680 square kilometers and a population of just over 4 million, New Zealand is one of the most sparsely populated countries in the world. Due to this fact and the unspoilt nature, as well as the diverse and due to its isolated location, unique vegetation, New Zealand is often justifiably referred to as the Green Island. On this adventure, Josef from Westphalia Jagdreisen accompanies his good friend Ammon in person once again. This time, we are hunting exclusively on the South Island. Our first hunt is for red deer. These can be hunted here from February to August. However, the optimum hunting time is during the rut, from March to April. In addition to red deer, other game species such as fallow, sika, rusa, white-tailed and sambar deer, wapiti, tahr, chamois and wild boar can also be hunted at this time. When we arrive at Duncan Fraser and his team, we are warmly welcomed and immediately feel at home. After a short night, our hunter prepares his equipment. We are very excited to see what awaits us on our first stalk today. Only the final touches and the necessary test shots are still missing before we can set off. The Film Fuchs presents Hunting in New Zealand.
Super.
On an adventure trip with Westphalia Jagdreisen. On the trail of Ammon. The hunt for the majestic red deer can now begin. As expected, we have already seen some game. By now the afternoon is well advanced, when Marcus, one of our hunting guides, spots a big stag. At the end of this green area, it looks promising to get into a suitable shooting position. A big red deer has been brought down by Aman. Good hunting. New Zealand's flora and fauna are among the most extraordinary on Earth, as the archipelago has been separated from all other land masses for a very long time, and the vegetation has been able to develop independently. 85% of New Zealand's plant species are endemic. But now we turn our attention to the fallow deer. Marcus spotted an atypical stag behind a ridge. We had already seen a number of fallow deer, but this abnormal one particularly caught our eye. Will our hunter be able to take his chance?
The back one's quite cool because it's very non-typical. Lots of extra points. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah.
The stag jumps off. This was probably our last chance for today. Or perhaps not after all. Only a few more steps to reach a suitable shooting position. With a well-aimed shot, our hunter manages to kill this strong, but above all, a typical fallow deer. What a day! And of course, knowing Joseph, he won't miss the chance to help recover the abnormal animal.
Okay.
Today's hunting day comes to an end with these breathtaking pictures. We are already looking forward to our hunting lodge. It is located on the South Island in the Ahuriri Valley, in the middle of New Zealand's most spectacular mountain landscape. Over an excellent dinner, we discussed the plan for tomorrow's hunt, which is now explained to us in more detail by Joseph, the owner and founder of Westfalia Jagdreisen.
Heute ist ja der zweite Jagdtag. Gestern haben wir mit der Jagd begonnen hier in Neuseeland. Nach einem super Erfolg. Wir haben ja 2 super Rothirsche erlegen können und einen Damhirsch. Heute legen wir eine kurze Pause und fliegen ins Gebirge mit dem Hubschrauber hier, das steht ja vor uns, Alpine Helicopters. Wir fliegen hoch ins Gebirge und versuchen ja dann auf dem Tal zu pirschen. Und nach der Taljagd fliegen wir weiter in nächstes Gebiet und wollen mal einen guten Gams kriegen. Ich hoffe, das Wetter scheint ja gut zu sein. Ich hoffe, dass wir bald mal ein Seil haben und Amon ist ja sowieso ein Top-Schütze. Der kann ja auch weitere Distanz auch zulangen, dass die Pirschgänge vielleicht nicht allzu lang sind, aber trotzdem eine sehr sportliche Jagd. Aber das Gebiet ist ja circa 1 Stunde entfernt hier von unserem Camp und wir kommen dann noch hoch mit dem Hubschrauber, deswegen fliegen wir. Bei der Jagd wird kein Hubschrauber eingesetzt, da wird ausschließlich nur gepirscht. Und ja, da wünsche ich dem Amon eine erfolgreiche, schöne Jagd und ein kräftiges Weidmannsheil.
Weidmannsheil, super.
Applaus. Und du machst einen guten Film.
Perfekt.
Wie Westfalia Jagdreisen.
Genau, gehen wir es an. Weidmannsheil.
Ja.
Our first stalk of the impressive Wapiti ends on a clear night with a full moon. Today we only saw younger, non-matching members of his species. We look for our next chance the next morning. Joseph accompanies his hunter in an off-road vehicle as the sun rises beautifully, including a sea of fog. As always, Joseph has everything in view. A crucial point for a successful hunt is to constantly scan the slopes for game. A group consisting of strong feral rams stands in this area. Good to know. But for today, the Wapiti has priority. As we had no success yesterday, we decided to stalk today. Eventually, we come across a suitable Wapiti. Here is an extract from the record-breaking hunter about this hunt. Out of nowhere, Hamish spots a large Wapiti. Now it's time again to find a suitable shooting position and wait for our chance. Hamish confirms the Wapiti once again. He immediately indicates to Amon, this Wapiti fits. The tension rises enormously. Will our hunter be able to take this big stag?
Ja.
With a perfect hit, the Wapiti collapses in the fire.
Super.
An important aspect for many hunters is the perfect shot to create an everlasting memory. The aim is to capture as much of the mood and the experience itself as possible. Thanks to his more than 30 years of professional experience, Joseph always manages to get the ideal shots to keep this adventure in memory for as long as possible.
Jawohl.
Hamish holds the head and the blanket of the Wapitis, an extreme weight. We can hardly believe the speed at which the native New Zealander covers this distance. New day, new luck. Unfortunately, the forecast for today is constant drizzle. Nevertheless, the team perseveres around the record-breaking hunter. This hunt turns out to be one of the most difficult on this continent. We try to hunt the almost invisible white-tailed deer. It is a very entertaining hunt because we have game in sight almost all the time. However, mainly young animals, and in the best case, a middle-aged buck. On this hunt, you have to be patient in order to be able to act quickly enough at the right moment, and perhaps bag an old buck. In any case, we are looking forward to the hunt and are excited to see what we will experience. Westfalia Jagdreisen and its partners guarantee you game-rich areas with top trophy quality. You will experience all this in a breathtaking landscape. Don't waste any time and start planning your hunt to New Zealand today. The Westfalia Jagdreisen team and network are at your disposal. We look forward to meeting you in person. Your hunting trip could also look like this. Don't miss out on this adventure. With the perfect organization, we will guide you to safe hunting success. Westfalia Jagdreisen makes it possible. We're not holding out much hope for today. But since Joseph was able to spot a big buck for a brief moment, the tension is almost palpable. Ammon reacts with lightning speed.
Back to zero. Let's put it back to zero. Yeah.
Der ist drauf. Jawohl. Jawohl.
Pure action.
Super.
Well done.
Das war jetzt genial noch. Hast du drauf? Ja.
Our hunter would like to take advantage of another hunting opportunity, namely the possibility of turkey hunting. This involves stalking turkey territory in the hope of finding a suitable one, a very appealing and interesting hunt. After a few attempts, he also manages to get a turkey. Joseph successfully guides Ammon to other game species. Before our adventure in New Zealand finally comes to an end, we take a look around the country and enjoy the country's attractions and sights.
The hardest animal on this island. Oh man.
Ja, bin dabei. Also die Sonne. Nein, noch nicht.